Have you ever stood before a vast field where the distant horizon melts into endless green and wondered how long it would take to harvest it all by hand, a day, a week, or endless months? In many parts of the world, agriculture still moves to the rhythm of patience, where every ripe fruit waits for the warmth of human hands. But elsewhere, technology has transformed harvesting into something extraordinary. Join us as we explore the hidden stories behind the largest harvests on Earth. From a distance across vast cucumber fields, the arrival of modern harvesters feels like a moving factory advancing through the landscape. This is no longer traditional farming, but a choreography of steel and technology. At the front, rollers and lifting systems move in perfect rhythm like giant hands gently gathering vines and fresh green cucumbers. In just a few seconds, a mechanical miracle unfolds. Cucumbers are separated from the vines and pass through powerful vibrating screens that shake off leaves and soil. The green flow never stops moving directly into massive containers, traveling alongside, creating a seamless, continuous harvesting line. Once they leave the fields, the journey continues in processing plants where high-pressure sprays and strict sorting conveyors take over. With the power of machinery, global cucumber production has now reached an astonishing 95 to 105 million tons each year. By 2025, watermelon proudly remains one of the most desired fruits in the world, with production surpassing 110 million tons. Behind that number are long, sun-soaked days in endless fields. Farmers walk between rows with trained eyes, selecting only perfectly ripe melons, then using sharp blades to cut them free from the vine. A deeply human scene unfolds, a living supply chain where heavy watermelons are passed hand to hand in perfect rhythm, lifted onto trucks and stacked in neat layers. But harsh conditions and physical strain have driven innovation. Today, mobile conveyor belts take over workers, simply place the fruit onto the belt, and technology carries it smoothly onto trucks, reducing impact and multiplying efficiency. Across mandarin orchards stretching throughout the United States, when the fruit begins to change color, turning into a vibrant orange, the music of harvest begins. The air in the groves comes alive with energy. Workers move through narrow rows, their hands flowing like a dance, fast yet precise. Each mandarin is gently twisted or clipped close to the stem to protect its delicate skin from damage. Side baskets quickly fill up and are then emptied into large containers ready for classification. This year, prices range from $1 to $5 per kilogram, reflecting the quality and value shaped by careful human handling. Papaya, a sweet gift from nature with a delicate flavor and exceptional nutrition, requires special care. Farmers begin their work in the early morning when dew still clings to the leaves, or at sunset to preserve the fruit's precious moisture. Gentle cuts and softly lined baskets protect the papaya's natural beauty before it reaches the market. Leaving the papaya orchards, we arrive in Peru, where purple corn known as maíz morado stands as a symbol of health and mystery. Unlike sweet corn, its harvest depends on its final purpose. For flour, farmers wait until the leaves dry and the kernels reach maximum hardness. But for fresh consumption, it is picked while still green to preserve its natural sweetness and softness. This flexibility allows Peruvian purple corn to meet the diverse demands of global cuisine. In Mexico, soursop known as guanabana, with its rough green skin and distinctive aroma, waits to be harvested. Because the fruit is large and highly delicate, farmers handle it with great care, almost like a work of art. After picking, it is sorted right in the orchard. The finest fruits are selected for fresh consumption, while others are processed into juice or frozen products. Meanwhile, in rambutan orchards, the atmosphere is always lively. With tall trees and wide canopies, workers climb or use ladders to carefully cut each cluster of bright red fruit. Their precise movements prevent any damage or falling fruit. Crates are neatly stacked, ready to deliver the taste of the tropics to markets around the world. Vietnamese longan clusters, glowing golden, carry the delicate sweetness of the southern land. Harvesting them is a demanding task as workers climb tall trees, reaching high into the canopy. Every careful cut preserves their quality, helping Vietnamese longan maintain its place in demanding markets like China, Thailand, and Australia. From Vietnam, we travel to Nepal, where radishes are the lifeline of cool rural regions. Here, everything remains purely manual. Farmers lift each root from the soil, shaking off the earth with remarkable skill. With a short growing cycle and strong adaptability, Nepali radishes have become essential to both daily meals and the mountain economy. In North Carolina, the sweet potato season begins by clearing away the vines that cover the rows. As the soil is revealed, massive heavy roots are lifted by the hands of thousands of seasonal workers. They move in teams, creating a vibrant rhythm across the fields. Each potato is cleaned and carefully inspected before being packed, ensuring perfect quality for consumers. Brazil, the world's leading coffee powerhouse, begins its harvest when coffee cherries turn bright red or golden yellow. In steep mountainous regions, human hands still lead using handheld shakers to collect the fruit without harming the trees. But across the vast plains, massive machines advance using high-intensity vibration systems to harvest coffee at an incredible scale. A single machine can match the work of hundreds of people, helping Brazil maintain its dominance on the global coffee map. On misty mountain slopes, finding bamboo shoots requires the sharp eyes of skilled harvesters. They must pick them the moment they emerge to preserve their natural sweetness and signature crunch. Each day, up to 7 to 8 tons are delivered to processing facilities where they are transformed into iconic Asian dishes. And no story of harvest is complete without chrysanthemum tea, a drink of quiet serenity. The blossoms are picked at early dawn when their aroma and medicinal properties reach their peak. Within just hours, baskets filled with white and golden flowers are carried off for drying, transforming them into a soothing, refreshing beverage cherished across cultures. From mud-stained hands to gleaming steel machines, every harvesting method tells a story of effort and knowledge refined over centuries. Together, they work in harmony to fill the stomach of this planet with its most essential and precious foods. Have you ever wondered whether it takes a week or an entire month to harvest a field spanning hundreds of hectares? In reality, there are places where farmers can gather thousands of tons of produce in just a few short hours. What is the secret behind this massive operation? Join us on a journey to discover the wonders of global agriculture in today's video. Watermelons, the symbol of freshness, are dominating the world with a massive consumption output of 104 million tons. Behind that figure are fields where the harvest season takes place, like an uninterrupted breath. Under the scorching sun, farmers work diligently among the green rows, skillfully selecting and cutting each fruit stem. Each watermelon is passed rhythmically from hand to hand, carefully lifted onto trucks to be stacked in neat layers. In recent years, the appearance of mobile conveyor belts has turned fields into automated lines, where farmers simply place the fruit on them and the machinery does the rest. Looking at the cucumber field, it's as if a mechanical monster is devouring everything. The front system sweeps the vines and fresh green fruits into its core. In just a few short seconds, the cucumbers are separated, cleaned right on the machine, and transferred into the storage tank. Constant streams of cucumbers pour into parallel running containers, creating a seamless production line. With this technology, global cucumber production is expected to reach 100 million tons by 2026. Leaving the sun-drenched fields behind, we step into the tranquil maple forests. From mid-February to March, when the sap begins to flow, farmers drill small holes 3.8 to 5 inches deep into the trunks of ancient maple trees. A small tap is inserted, with buckets hanging beneath to catch the crystal-clear sap. Each tap can yield between 18 and 56 liters of sap per season. Since the sap is mostly water, it must be boiled for many hours to evaporate, requiring up to 43 liters of raw sap to condense into just 1 liter of quintessential maple syrup. In the U.S., amidst dense green foliage, vibrant tangerines begin to signal the harvest season. Tangerine harvesters move swiftly, their hands gently twisting the fruit or using shears to cut the stems to avoid damaging the produce, before placing them into baskets worn on their hips. Once the baskets are full, the tangerines are emptied into large bins for transportation. Behind this bustling pace are thousands of immigrant workers who earn about 50 cents for every bin of tangerines. The faster they work, the more rewarding their earnings become. Next is honey. To retrieve the full honeycombs, beekeepers use a smoker to calm the bees. Once they have retreated, each wooden frame containing honey is carefully removed to avoid damaging the delicate beeswax structure. Then, a centrifuge uses a powerful spinning force to extract the thick, golden stream of honey as it flows down. The honey is filtered through a sieve to remove impurities before being bottled. This has become a global industry, with a market value projected to reach $9.92 billion by 2025. 2025 also saw cabbage production hit the 80 million ton mark. Modern farms now rely on machinery that operates non-stop. The front cutting blades run close to the ground, and conveyor belts lift the cabbage heads inside, where rotating rollers strip away outer leaves and return them to the earth as a source of fertilizer. The cleanest cabbages then travel up an inclined conveyor belt and pour directly into storage containers. In the UK, the world's largest cider market, with over 450 producers harvesting, has been completely mechanized. The mechanical arms of the tree shaker grip the trunk tightly, creating powerful vibrations. In just a few seconds, a rain of ripe apples pours down onto the ground. The harvester then sweeps them up, clearing away leaves and dry branches before transporting them to the pressing plant. Dragon fruit is now a globally popular fruit with a market value of $680 million. Farmers usually harvest the fruit in the early morning or cool afternoon before the sun can take away the fruit's moisture. They use shears to gently cut the stem, handling each one with care so as not to break the characteristic scales. Each fruit is neatly arranged in baskets, waiting for traders to bring them to market. Inside indoor growing rooms, mushrooms are cultivated on substrate bags. When dense clusters of white mushrooms sprout, workers harvest them with skillful hands to preserve their fresh shape. The mushrooms are then cleaned, sorted, and packaged immediately. Last year, the world consumed approximately 19.65 million tons of mushrooms. In the Netherlands, vibrant tulip fields have their flowers cut off in just a few minutes. It may sound wasteful, but it is a way for the plant to concentrate its energy on the bulbs underground. By summer, harvesters will lift these bulbs to prepare for the new planting season in the autumn. Thanks to this, the Netherlands supplies between 60 and 90% of the world's tulip bulbs. China produces more than 70% of the world's garlic. Behind that are millions of harvesters working tirelessly. Blades run underground to cut roots and loosen the soil. Then, a vibrating system shakes off the dirt clinging to the garlic bulbs before trimming the leaves and transferring them into storage bins. Lettuce is grown in more than 106 countries with a lightning-fast harvest pace. Workers bend over to cut each head, placing them onto a conveyor belt, moving slowly between the rows. Within just a few minutes, the lettuce is sorted and packaged right in the field to ensure its crispness and sweetness. When the sunflowers have dried and bowed their heads, the harvesters begin their work. A single flower can contain up to 500 seeds. Specialized headers with 8 parallel rows cut the flower heads, separate the seeds inside the machine, and pour them into high-capacity containers. The world produces 34.1 million tons of spinach every year. The machine's wide blades cut close to the base to avoid bruising the leaves. Then, a powerful airflow blows the vegetables through a discharge chute into the storage bin at the back. With over 100 million tons produced annually, sweet potatoes are harvested using hard steel plows that gently lift both the soil and the tubers to avoid scratching their delicate skin. After the vines are removed, the qualified potatoes are sent for consumption.